Hello, this is Benjamin from the Messmaker Acres. I recently went to a train show. It's gonna be like first one I'm doing a video on. I recorded a few layouts. I originally was supposed to record some tables like I got stuff from, but I did not. It was busy. First time I went to this train show on Saturday. The train show was the Great Model Railroad Show in Timonium, Maryland. It has over 3 acres of trains. It's awesome, has some great deals, but this time it was a little off. A lot of stuff was expensive. I did walk away with a few things. Great deals in my opinion. If you're a beginner, that's a good place to start. A lot of beginner train sets, but everything's expensive. Like the big train sets, it's expensive. I would look for like this Bachmann right here, if you can find one. Those are great. Anyway, I'm gonna show you what I got, and yeah, let's get started. But first, let me roll a few clips of layouts. To start off, we have this O-scale layout with 3 lines. It was pretty cool. It had a lot of detail. I didn't get the full thing. I was really interested in this Union Pacific Challenger. I believe it's the same thing as the tours it did back when it was before 2019, before the big boy. I found that really cool. And I just found it really cool. It was awesome. And of course, there's the maintenance train passing in New York Central. I forget the diesel. Then we have these Conrail CX Conrail diesels with these automotive cars. These were big cars in person. You underestimate some of these pieces of rolling stock until you actually see it in O-scale. Some of these had actually speakers inside of the cars, so then they can they sound more realistic, which they did. They sounded realistic. Then you're gonna have to excuse the weight just a little bit. But we have a Bachmann DCC Thomas pulling Annie Clarabelle flatbed, some trucks, circus vans, and I don't know why they decided to do this. I mean, it was funny. And then you got Emily and her coaches, and then you got I don't know what that is. Then you finish it off with the circus cars, a flatbed, and brake van. Then we move on to this passenger train bleat. I forget the Heritage Railroad. Oh, the Reading and Northern Heritage Railroad's got it's doing its passenger train, and then we have a Pennsylvania steam locomotive going backwards. I just presume to pick up a passenger train, and then. Alright, you saw the layouts. Now we're going to start from first purchases to final purchase. So let's start with the first purchase. Now I had a list. I only stick to a few things of that list. First we're going to start with vehicles. And I got a Porsche. Pretty cool car. And then after that I got an Alfa Romeo Spider 1300 Junior 1970. Then I found a Hot Wheels Purple Passion. Going to make for great additions to the scenery and roads for my town that I'm building. So those 2 were cool. Those 3 actually. Next purchase was an inquiry as some buildings that took. Anyway, some buildings that caught my eye, which was one house and a barn. Yeah, house and a barn. This barn, I want to have a farm pasture with, I have corn and tractors. And then there's house. I'm just looking for a house. But pretty cool. What I found really caught my eye. Wish I could have got more, but I was on a budget. Queen. AKA, there was no budget at all. Let's see. Then after that, I got, these were expensive. I got a, whoa! There's a cat. I got a thing of cows. And it also came with cow manure. My dad finds that really funny. Sorry. It's like a pack. It's an 11. What? 11 pieces? 1, 2, 3. That's 8 pieces. I don't know. Anyway, one listing. I am very bad at pronouncing words today. Hereford cows, an HO scale. These for the pasture, for the barn right here. They come with that. And then here is another purchase, which I can't get that all. It is a Woodland Scenics tree pack. Now these trees, I'm gonna be putting them on my layout, but they're already done. But my dad pointed out that you can get a lot more for cheaper, but you have to put the leaves on. But for right now, as a starter, I'm using these. Now then, back to purchases, and can't have cows without a fence, so I got some fencing for the cows. Then, let's see. Then, I saw this last year, I kicked myself for not getting it, but I got this to work on locomotives, to flip them upside down, to work on the wheels, like so. Thought, happy to get that. Now then, let's go to the big dogs. If you have been watching since the collection video, I have a Baltimore Ravens train, and I'm getting to that, but that train set is over $400 at the time, but then they stopped producing it. Well, judging by these box cars and passenger cars, I think I struck gold. $25 for everything I don't have. Like, let's go through this one by one. See who we got. Terrell Suggs, I don't know. I'm not a football guy. I used to be. There's one. Elvis Dunver, I think. I'm not sure. Then we got the GOAT, Ray Lewis. And then Justin Forsett. Those are the box cars. With an extra set of wheels. Now then, down, let's move these to the side a little bit more so we can get a, now, I can actually choose what I want to run with these, and there goes a wheel. But let's finish the freight. Then, since it has been a long time since the Ravens won their last championship, here is the card that shows their championship against the San Francisco 49ers. I believe that's it. No. Is that the Kansas City? No, wait. Yeah, San Francisco, not the 49ers. Yeah, you can see they came off a few points and they won, and I have this card to show that. And then, finally, out of the freight cars, I have the Caboose. I believe this lights up, but we'll see if they're running it. Now, let's go to passenger cars. It's a long one. We got Ravens defense passenger car. I'm gonna have to go this guy. Kahi. We got Let's Go Ravens, Joe Flacco. We got just Baltimore Ravens with the 27 and the 12. I don't know who those two are. And then we have the final passenger car, which is Relentless. Yeah, all these cars are cool. The passenger cars were actually the first ones to see. I was like, whoa, these are cool. And I thought about getting it. But then the guy came in and was like, oh, I have a few more of these. And came in with the box cars. And there was one I already had. And a duplicate. So it was all really cool. All got it for $25, except for the two. I mean, I was just very lucky to find these, because later told that this whole set was $400. So, you know, it's really cool. And then after that purchase, I didn't get anything else until this caught my eye. The only locomotive I got, as I'm trying to save locomotive space for some bigger, my first BNSF diesel locomotive from Walthers. This locomotive is really great. The guy said it hadn't ran in a long time, and he said I could test it, but I don't know why. I just didn't feel comfortable going and testing it, because, you know, it wasn't mine yet. So I bought it and then tested it, and it ran like it just picked up, but it's dirty. It needs a clean. Say a fun project for a future video. And yeah, that is everything I've gotten at the train show. Now, let's go ahead and set up some trains. Alright, so everything's been put together, taken out. I didn't add the trees. I just wanted to run locos and see how everything looks. The house looks great with the car in front. There's one of the cars. And then the Porsche and Hot Wheel car right there. Then all the way in the back there is the barn, where there's going to be a farm field with cows in it. This locomotive looks great. There's the box car I have, and there's everything, all the others. The boost. Now, this one actually has a broken coupler, which I will replace. I gotta go searching to find one with a spring, because I don't think I have any of that spring. Anyway, see if this thing pulls. Wow. The cars light up as well. I'll send the diesel on his way. Light up. Yeah, it does. that is it. I hope you have enjoyed the showcase of all of these things that I got at the Timonium Maryland Train Show. It happens 3 times a year, or the Great Model. I don't know if they actually stay in Timonium. All I know is that they do it in the first weekend of February. They do it in April, and they also do it. They do it 3 times a year. This year, it's February, April, and October. It's a great show, great people, great deals. Suggest you visit it. I gotta go calm Dawn down. Make sure to subscribe and like for another Messmaker Edgar's video. Goodbye.